What is up, guys? My name is Andrew and welcome to Space Engineer Survival episode 34. Last episode we hilariously and devastatingly crashed onto this planet of Triton with our giant amalgamation, I think is the word, of ships where only one came out alive, and it was Rigatoni One. And because of that, of course, we have the memorial for all of the ships. Now, I did edit the memorial just a little bit. For one, the yellow ship, I called it the yellow ship, but someone in the comments had a really great idea to call it macaroni. So posthumously, which means after it's died already, we are going to call it macaroni. So it's been given a new name. I've also given their date markers. So this one survived from episode 28 to 33, 29 to 33, 29 to 33, and finally 33 to 33. Blue Station really didn't have a good run, did it? But anyway, yeah, this is episode 34. Our main goal in this episode is to get Rigatoni One to our established base on Triton, because this base right here is not quite gonna cut it. It's only got a single power thing, you know, it's not great. There's not even any rooms to stay in, whereas the other one has a full motel. So we're definitely going to get there. I asked how you guys wanted to see it done in the comments. The thing that I mentioned last episode about the truck, a lot of you guys agreed with me that would be incredibly difficult in this terrain. So we're not going to do the truck. But a lot of you said that it would probably be best just to see us put a hydrogen thruster on here and then, you know, go that way. So that is exactly what we're going to do. We're going to throw a hydrogen thruster on the bottom of this thing. Well, probably 3 right here and 3 on the other side. And we're going to grab some ice and we're going to make our way to the other base. So let's start by getting our power back real quick. All right, with all of our power, we should be able to do this. Now, what I'm going to do first is, and this makes it a lot easier since last episode we were able to bring this up and move it up a little bit. What I'm going to do first, I'm going to cut into here. So I believe, oh wait, no, okay, hang on. I had thought that we had a connection here, but it actually turns out this is where we've thrown our gyroscopes. But it looks like we can have a connection on the sides like that. So I might just put 2, and if we need more, then we can add more, I suppose. But let's start with 2. I think, let's just put them right there, honestly. Hydrogen, let's grab a hydrogen thruster. We'll use these industrial, because they do have a small one. And we'll throw it right there. Actually, wait, hang on. Oh no, okay. So 1 right there and 1 right there. We'll do that on each side, and that should allow us to get this thing flight worthy. I mean, I don't know for sure. I don't, because it really depends how heavy this thing is compared to the thrust capacity of a hydrogen thruster. But I think it'll be fine with just 4. Let's try it out. Let's get these 4 built up. All right, there we go. A little bit of naming. Hydrogen thrusters down are all named, so we know which ones they are. Finally, we're gonna have to build some sort of seat. So let's hop in here, grab our seats. We're going to use maybe a control seat for now. This is just going to be a temporary seat, just until we can get something up and running. Let's take that off right there, and I think we're going to put this. Well, this is kind of decimated in here, so I don't know. I mean, we could put it in what once was the cockpit, if I can fit through here. I think I've gained a little bit of weight since we took off from space. There we go. Okay. Our seat was right here, if I remember correctly. So we'll put it right back. All right, one more display coming right up. Straight into the cockpit. And that should be this seat done. I mean, it's lacking some armor, but it's fine. We don't plan on being attacked anyway. All right. This ship should now be fully functional. We're going to have to try it, though. And it's going to be really tough, because I think we need to somehow turn this off and then still be able to pilot this thing, which is going to be interesting. Let's hop in here real quick, see how much hydrogen we have. We have plenty. We also have power for days. I'm going to go ahead and throw our thrusters on here. So hydrogen thrusters down. You'll be able to turn those on or off right here. All right, yeah, okay, here's what we're going to do. We are actually going to turn this around so it's no longer in the crater, so that we can get kind of clear of this thing. First, let's bring this back in. So I believe it's this. Yep. Oh, we're going a little quick there. We definitely don't want to accidentally rip this thing off its hinges. Okay, we should be able to clear that now. So now what we want to do is we want to throw the rotor on here. So we have this rotor that's set up here. We're going to set it to increase and decrease speed. All right, let's start with this one. Yep, okay. I've got to be very careful with this because I don't want it to hit the bottom right there. I don't think it's going to. Yeah, I think we're fine. Okay. Let's bring this around. Yeah, it's very sketchy, isn't it? But okay, there we go. Something like that, and miraculously it didn't rip off the hinges. I'm going to increase this a little bit so we can move it farther from the base, so that, you know, it doesn't it doesn't fall on our stuff. Maybe right there is probably fine. There we go. And now we should be good. So what I want to do is I'm going to turn on the thrusters here, which are going to make it kind of stabilize itself in the air. I think we have enough hydrogen so that it'll be fine. I don't know for sure, which is a little scary. That is very scary, actually. So here's what we're going to do, actually. We're going to make ourselves a little path down there. We're going to grab a couple of these. We're going to make ourselves a little landing pad just in case it falls, which it might very well. I want to make us a nice little landing pad. Alright, we've got a little landing pad, and of course you got to make it look a little bit nice with some columns so it doesn't look like it's floating, but I think it should be good. Now we should be able to turn this thing on and then and then release this, and it should be able to fly, and if it doesn't, then it will just... Actually, you know what? Let's lower it to the ground. Let's play it safe. We're going to lower it down very slowly so it doesn't crash. Okay. Lower. Oops, that's the wrong lower. Lower to the ground. That looks good. All right, now we're going to do the thing. Well, honestly, we don't need to even do that. We don't even need to risk it. What are we even doing? I don't know why I'm such about risk right now, but we could really just unlock this. Yeah, see? Easy. All right, let's bring this up. We're going to move this so we have the clearance. We're gonna bring it back this way. That's probably good. We don't really need it to be anywhere crazy right now. And then bring it back in. All right, there we go. It's becoming nighttime, so probably about time for us to skedaddle. Is that the sun over there? Dang, the sun's going that way, and we're going that way. So we are going to be in the night a little bit. But I think we'll be fine. We have full hydrogen in here, and I think there's even a little bit of ice. Let's hop in here and see if this thing can fly. All right, Rigatoni, how are you doing? Let's turn on the thrusters and try and... Nope, it's actually having a little bit of trouble here. Well, it's not moving at all. All right, we definitely don't have enough thrust, so we're going to have to add some more. Dang, okay, rip. How much are we gonna need to add? I'm gonna use that thrust calculator again real quick. I'm thinking the ship is extremely heavy because of all of this iron that we're carrying. It's so much iron. Dang, all right. Well, according to the ship calculator, we need 80 small hydrogen thrusters. Or 17 large hydrogen thrusters. I feel like this is wrong. Right, so I think we're gonna have to leave some iron behind, unfortunately. This is way too much iron for us to be able to carry with us. Unless we want to just make a massive... You know, you know what, we're gonna have to do that, actually. I don't want to leave this iron behind us. What we could do instead is we could just make a massive tug that will tug this thing. And which was the other option that some of you guys wanted to see. So we're gonna do that. We're going to make a massive ship that's sole job is going to be to grab this ship and bring it over to the other base. It's going to have a lot of thrusters, and it's going to be awesome. Okay, let's start building that thing. We're going to need a landing gear first. It's not going to be that large, so probably that's enough space to build it, I think. Yeah, that'll be fine. Let's go up a little bit. And in fact, we're gonna give it a different paint because I'm growing tired. You know, we're building it right now. It doesn't make sense to have this paint job. Okay, so I'm thinking it's gonna look something like this. Actually, we could use the magnetic, well, yeah, we could use the magnetic plate. That wouldn't actually be that bad. All right, we're gonna go something like this. That's a large magnetic plate right there. We're gonna throw a couple of them on this thing because its sole job is gonna be to magnet to this, which it should be able to do because we have plenty of space here. It'll find some gap between this, so it should be fine. All right, it's gonna be kind of like this, I'm thinking. It's gonna have the connection right there. It's gonna be a little longer than this, I think, or maybe not, I don't know. We don't really, I mean, it says we need 80 thrusters, which is quite a few, but what we could also do is, apparently the thruster clearances are 3 for small thrusters. So we have 1, 2, 3, and the thruster will be right here, and 7 for large thrusters. So if we wanted to, we could stick large thrusters up here as well to aid with this. But one thing we are going to need on this ship is going to be some hydrogen, H2, O2H2 generator. So we're going to stick one of those on here for sure. I'm thinking probably something like that right there. Since we need a hydrogen tank, I think we go large because this thing's going to need a lot. And it actually fits pretty well with this, I think. So that'll be the back of the ship. It's going to look like that. The front might continue more this way if we need more thrusters. But essentially, yeah, it's going to be like that. We have O2H2 generator, tank. We're probably going to have another O2H2 generator right here. In fact, we're probably going to have 2 O2H2 generators right here. Thinking something like this. So these O2H2 generators fit really well with what we have. So we go like this, and then we go again, giving us the other side of that. And then we probably do one more row of these. So that'll give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times 2 is 14, times 2 is 28 small thrusters, which I don't think is enough still, but we can add another layer of them, which might help a little bit. Right, so we did decide to do a second layer like this. Pretty much we'll have the first layer going down and the second layer going down, giving us 7 times 2 is the... Well, if we do a second layer on the front as well, make it larger. I don't know, we might just make it this size though, because this is kind of a nice size, I think, if we can manage it. And then we might throw 1, 2, 3, 4 large thrusters around here as well, just to kind of make things a little bit better even. All right, let's get all these small conveyors built up. O2H2 generator is built. Finally, we just need to get this thing up and running, and then we should... Well, actually, we need power on this thing. But we're almost to the point where we can start at least charging it with ice and hydrogen. All right, steel plates, small steel tubes, and large steel tubes. Okay, 10 large steel tubes and 30 smalls. Should be enough. Wow, that was actually pretty painless to build this. Usually on an actual base, this is one of the most painful things to have to build because it takes forever because it requires so many components. But this should now be ready for some ice. Well, once we power it, of course. And how are we going to power it? Speaking of which, a battery might not be that bad, especially since we're using hydrogen. Batteries are pretty good about not using too much stuff. Okay, battery, and this thing should now be able to charge up its ice. We might stick a H2 engine on this thing as well, because we're already going to have the ice. Might as well. Let's throw some ice in here. We have plenty on board this ship. We'll grab a little bit of that, because the added bonus is it makes the ship a little bit lighter as well. All right, here's a little bit of ice. An inventory full for me is not actually that much, but can we just toss it in here? Yeah, okay. So this should start charging the tank, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, the tank is charging. This is a large tank, so it's going to have a lot of storage capacity, and it might take a long time to charge. Let's see how you're doing. You're actually going very slowly with it, but that's fine, I suppose. I'm not in any hurry anyway. How's the tank doing? Oh, okay, about 0.5%. All right, I think that's going to be pretty good. Let's we got to keep an eye on that battery as well, though, just to make sure it doesn't run out. It's got 3 hours of power, so I think we should be good. But once it starts getting a little bit low, we're gonna have to set up some sort of hydrogen thing to supplement it. All right, let's start worrying about the thrusters themselves. All right, so here's the plan. Thrusters like that, just everywhere on this thing. All right, in addition to those, we're probably gonna throw one like that, one like that. We'll have more facing forward and backward, but this, I don't think I can stick one there because it would only have 2 clearance, whereas it actually needs 3. But we can at least stick some facing outside like this, so that we have some turning capacity. Maybe we'll go like that. All right, that's all of our downward facing ones that we have set up so far. We'll get some of these ones as well. Downward facing wise, we have 28 thrusters in the downward direction, which is overkill for any ship standards, but for a tugboat, I don't think it's quite enough. I think we still need more. Motors, large steel tubes, construction components. Oh wait, you guys told me something. Okay, you guys told me that if I right-click on these, I'll add it to the build planner. So if I go to G now, do I now have... Oh, okay, I don't actually need that anymore. But okay, now I have these set up on the build planner. So if I go over to this, all components successfully withdrawn. I don't think you told the truth. You told the truth. Wait, we definitely didn't have any construction components in there. I don't know how that even happened. Well, in that case, let's try it here. Let's go. Bam, 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 bam. Okay, yeah. So we added all of that to our build planner. Now if I go like this, okay, so it says we cannot withdraw, but we could take a trip in a ship. Reading Rainbow. No, we can take a trip over to here and see if we can find them here. We cannot. Why can't we? You're making them, right? I guess they're still making them. We may have gotten enough to build a couple of these. Yes. So yeah, okay. Yeah, that is actually a really helpful tool. So actually, you know what? I'm going to do it as well right here. Boom. Bam. All right, let's grab the stuff. Did I get enough? Okay, we're still missing the construction components, but I got some of the stuff. That's actually really cool. That's a very helpful tip that multiple of you guys have given me. I just haven't thought to use it. All right, at this point, we're starting to run a little bit low on power. We've only got 50 minutes, so it's about time that I add one of these. And I think we're just going to stick it right there and do it like that. That's going to be our engine. Now, ladies and gentlemen, engines have never worked for me on the first try. I will put that out there. Let's see if it does it. Let's see if it works. I'm going to go in here into our control panel. Hydrogen engine. We're going to, yeah, current output is 0. We'll turn it off and on. See if that works. It's never worked for me before. I don't know why. They always fail. These things are outputting power, but the hydrogen engine has never worked the first time. I don't know what's up with those things. Maybe they just require a long time to get it working. But the way it always works is I just go and do something else, and then I come back after a while, and this thing is suddenly working. That's how it's worked probably 4 or 5 times in the past, and that's probably how it's going to work now. It doesn't work at the current moment, but you know, we'll come back. Okay, it is filling now. No, that's our hydrogen tank. Our hydrogen engine's still doing nothing. So never mind, it is not working. What if I turn this off? Yeah, so even if I turn that off, the hydrogen engine doesn't work. So I think we're going to have to do that again. We're going to have to just go away, do something, and come back, and eventually the hydrogen engine will just kind of turn on and start working. All right, let's try and get a couple of these built up. Looks like we're going to need a lot of motors for this. Maybe it just doesn't need the power because the battery is providing. Let's go in here and turn the battery on recharge. Nope, still not doing anything. We just have no power on the ship now. Jesus Christ! Oh my! What on earth was that? What on Triton was that? Oh my gosh, that scared me. Okay, I think it's now working. We turned off the, I guess, the entire base, and then now it's back on. But yeah, okay, it's working now. Cool, cool stuff. Okay, so I know this thing isn't ready yet, but we're out of metal grids, which means we can't really build any more of these until we get some. So I'm wondering if I can just wing it, or if I really need to build some sort of thing on this base so we can make metal grids, a basic assembler. So let's build our control seat. Let's try it. Right click on that so we add it to the build planner, and let's hop over here and grab. All right, we grabbed everything we could for this, and it looks like we can build it. Awesome. All right, let's give this thing a try. We don't need these anymore. Awesome. It doesn't fall. That's good. And we should be able to... Oh my good lord. Okay, that could have been bad. I wasn't thinking there. All right, let's back up a little bit. We've got plenty of hydrogen. Let's... we don't have gyros. Okay, fine. Let's lower ourselves to the thing because we're missing gyros, and we definitely don't want to accidentally tilt. All right, single gyro. Don't think that's enough, but it's enough for testing for sure. Oh, dampeners. Oh man. Okay, we go up way too fast. That's but that's fine. This is a tug thing, so we'll probably, if we're trying to just fly this thing around, we probably want to turn off most of the ship. Let's get down here and see if we can pull this thing up somehow. All right, just align ourselves like this. I don't even have these things on the queue actually. All right, we've got these set to switch lock, or we've got the switch lock on our hotbar. Let's go ahead and connect here and see if we can. Okay, we can lift it up. Oh man, okay, this was maybe a bad idea. Let's unlock. We can lift it up. We cannot hold steady once we've lifted it, so we do need more thrust, which means, unfortunately, we're going to actually need to have to set up a basic assembler on the base, but that's not really a problem because we should have all the materials. We won't need to go mining or anything for it. So let's go ahead and connect there, turn this off, and let's set up a basic assembler. All right, one basic assembler coming right up, and this is needed because we need to make these things, metal grids. We've got the cobalt, we've got the iron. I don't know if we have the nickel, but 200 metal grids should do. And it does look like we have a little bit of nickel. Is that enough? 86 nickel? I don't think that's that much nickel, is it? Yeah, you want 333 for those 200. This will get us going for a little bit, though. All right. We should be back up and running. Oh, yes. Okay, it made it. So we now have an enhanced welder, which will increase our welding capabilities. Oh, look at that speed. Okay, it's not actually that fast, but it's better than it was, I think. All right, we need a little bit of nickel, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop over here, toss some rock in here, and I'm going to set up the production thing to make a bunch of ingots. Just like you would do base game, but we need nickel to make those metal grids, and I don't know if there's nickel around here, and I don't really want to build a basic refinery to get a whole refining operation going. Since there's a lot of rock, might as well just, you know, toss a little bit of rock in there. "100% full! We have 100% ice. How about inside here?" And these guys have ice as well that they're still using. Okay, it sounds like we can indefinitely just keep this thing on as supplement power to this, and this is just backup for if that ever dies. That's good. Good stuff. Okay, so I think we have plenty of stone here, so that's really good. We can pretty much keep this thing running for a long time as well, giving us more and more nickel, which we can then use to turn into metal grids, which we can then turn into more power for our ship. All right, we're definitely getting there. In fact, I think once we have all of these built up, we should be good to give it another shot. Because honestly, even without these built up, we had, like, even with just these ones, we were already able to lift this thing up. So we might not even need, like, all of them. Now, I do think I'm going to add one more thing, actually. While we're here, I'm going to go ahead and add a parachute. Because, well, you guys should know, it's obvious why I would add a parachute at this point, considering what happened last episode. All right, there we go. There's our last one right there. Now, the next thing that we need to do is we need to add more side thrusters. I don't think 2 is enough, especially since we'll be carrying this heavy load. So I'm going to add probably, I don't know how many. Let's say 6 on each side is probably going to be pretty good. Something like that. And then we're going to want forward and backward ones as well. All right, here's the play. Forward-facing thrusters, lots of them. We want 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, in addition to 11, 12, 13, 14 forward-facing thrusters. Should be enough for us to have decent forward control. As far as backward-facing thrusters go, we currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll have... Well, maybe we'll put some on the side back here. Well, actually, you know what? 4 might be enough. We probably don't even really need to use them that much, because we're probably going to be tugging by facing down and going that way, like a helicopter, and less like a ship. Which may be a little more dangerous, but I think it'll be fine. All right, how much of this do we have? Nope, we need a little bit more nickel. But I know this thing was actively working to make more, so we might have enough. Nope, it's only got 6, so we're gonna need more. All right, everybody, I looked over at the footage on OBS, and it looked like it was a little bit choppy. So I went in, I fixed a couple of things, and hopefully we have less choppy video now. I don't know why it was very choppy, so I'm sorry for that. If it was the whole video, then I'll probably cut out a lot of it, just so that you guys don't have to suffer through choppy video. But I think it's fixed now. At least it's better. Something about this planet makes my GPU usage spike quite a bit. I lowered my settings a little bit to try and counteract that. Hopefully that has fixed it. I'm just moving around to see on the other screen. I think it's fine now. But yeah, okay, let's get these things welded up, and we can get going with our ship. Of course, we don't have the required 80 thrusters that they said we were going to need, but we have something like 50 or something like that. So we should be able to get the job done somewhat, because even with like a fraction of this, it was able to lift it. It just wasn't able to hold it there. So I think that's going to be fine if we can just lift it, not necessarily hold it there. As long as we can maneuver a little bit with these side thrusters, I will say it's fine. All right, let's go ahead and get those welded up. We need to get more rocks, I think. Methinks more rock is required. All right, unfortunately we're out of cobalt as well, and as I don't have any way of getting cobalt, because I don't think you get any from the ingots, right? Cobalt. Yeah, we don't have any. Well, we don't have any cobalt in here, so that's kind of bad. But it's not really that much of a problem, because let me just make sure we're out of cobalt real quick. Let's see. Yeah, we're out of cobalt. Dang. Okay. It's not that much of a problem because we only have one thruster that's missing. So what we could do is we could just yoink the materials from that. Actually, we only need metal grids. Do we have any metal grids in here? Metal grid? No, we don't. What do we have that could be maybe taken from? We could take from the turret. I mean, it's not like we're going to need to use it at this very moment. Let's just take the metal grids from it. And we'll throw back whatever else we have in there. So it only requires the metal grids now. All right, we have a fully functioning ship, I think. Let's hop in here, check out our stuff. Okay, looks like we are full on hydrogen. We've got 1 hour of power. Wait, only 1 hour? I guess that's fine. How's our battery doing? Oh, by the way, since when the recording was all stuttering, I actually stopped recording then, and it's a couple days later. They actually have added the Warfare 2 update, so you can see that green circle around around our ship. That's our target locking. So they added target locking to the game. You can now lock onto things. It's really cool, and I'm kind of hyped to try it out. They like completely revamped how turrets work. Like you can make your own custom turrets now, where before it would require like a slaving script, so that you slave the turret to another turret so that it would automatically fire and stuff. Now you can do that in the base game using the new turret block or whatever. I don't know what it's called. It's a turret controller, maybe is what they called it. Yeah, right here. Custom turret controller. They've added new turrets to the base game, in addition to all the ones we have that are modded. But artillery turret, assault cannon turret. I think they have even more. It's probably just locked under progression or something. I don't know. But yeah, anyways, that's out. So they've added a lot of cool new stuff. Actually, heck, they added a whole new section of blocks as well. If I go to Warfare 2, this is all the blocks they've added in the latest update. A small warfare reactor, large warfare reactor, a light panel. I haven't even seen most of these. Holy crap. Bridge window slope, half sliding hatch door. I'll have to try a couple of these out. A searchlight, different hangar doors, a different Gatling gun, a different rocket launcher, passenger bench, which would be pretty awesome, thrusters, a helm, which I think is just a standing seat block. We could try it out here, actually. Why not try out a helm on this thing? Okay, so the helm, yeah, I think it's just control stations that are operating in the standing position. Okay, so yeah, I think you just stick it up like that. We need 5 computers for this, which we should have on our base. All right, here comes the helm. Well, here comes a little bit of lag, but here comes the helm. Look at this thing. Oh, this is awesome. It's got sliders. It's got buttons. It's got two screens. Yeah, so I think it operates just like a normal thing, where now we're like in the helm. You can't see it because it's being weird because I'm locked to that thing. But there, now you can see it. I'm like actually operating the helm. So I don't know. That's pretty cool in my opinion. Cool block that they've added. They added a lot of cool blocks in this one. Let me actually park real quick and I'll go check out what else they added. Because, again, I haven't seen this stuff yet, really. Because I literally just downloaded the thing. Sliding hatch door, warfare battery. Yeah, so wait, wasn't I saying a couple episodes back that the battery is probably something that they would revamp pretty soon because they haven't done it in a while? Well, there we go. Here's a battery. All right, cool stuff, cool stuff. Okay. Is this ship ready? I need to check out its power. That's what I wanted to check. So battery. How are you doing on power? It doesn't have terribly much power, but it's probably fine because, yeah, it's probably fine. How about, what if I go to our ice stuff? Yeah, so we have ice to spare. I'm going to grab some more of the ice from this ship. Actually, do we have any more ice in here? Other than that ice? Yeah, we do have a little bit of ice. I'm gonna grab that ice and throw it in our ship. All right, I've set it up such that we have 2 buttons here. The first button for number 1 is our tow thrusters that go up in an up direction. That's all of them, and pressing that will turn them all on. Our second button turns on and off the reserve thrusters. So if I put it like this, the reserve thrusters are all off right now. So we have just enough thrust to lift our ship, so that we can kind of maneuver it over this thing. So let's give it a try. Oh wait, I needed more gyros, didn't I? And I have not added those yet. Okay, hang on. We need to come back down here and add some gyros, otherwise we're going to be in a bit of trouble. All right, here come the gyroscopes update. So we're going to have 5 total. Okay, I think we're pretty much ready to go. We've got this thing all working. I'm fairly certain this ship is now lighter than it was before, but I don't know for sure. But everybody, it is time to leave this base behind, because we have everything that we need to lift this ship with our towing ship. All right, it looks like the sun is setting that way and we're going that way. So that's not really great because we want the sun to be over there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a bed here and I'm going to sleep through the night. So let me see if I can build a bed. All right, there we go. We placed the bed on our base. Since the sun's going down, I don't want to take off right now. And we're going to sleep through the night. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you in the morning. Ooh, rise and shine, everybody. It's now the morning. The sun is over there, I think. It should be. If it went down over there, it's probably over there in the morning. So it's time for us to go. The sun is in a perfect place for us to head out. We're gonna make use of that for sure. All right, let's get into towing position with this thing. And let me make sure. It's a little bit weird. Also, I love seeing my person just kind of standing up there. That's pretty cool. All right, let's go ahead and connect. Parking brake engaged. Yes, okay, looks like we're good. We'll turn on our extra thrusters. Check our fuel. Looks like we're at 99. I think we're fine though. Let's go up. Okay, so we can barely hold this thing, but I think it's gonna be fine. Let's get going. Okay, that's not great, is that our hydrogen is actually going down pretty quickly. But let's at least get over this mountain and start heading in the right direction. If anything bad happens, we can just pull our parachute. So it's not that bad, even in the worst case scenario. And honestly, our hydrogen's not going down that fast. It's going down a little faster than I would have liked, but it's not terrible. As long as we can get it out of this mountain range, that'll be a good step. And what I'll probably do is I'll probably only use 50% of the hydrogen each leg of the journey, and we'll probably park to refuel, because I think that'll be the best way to not get killed doing this. All right, let's try and get past this mountain range. We're headed toward the Sacred Settler Station. We're not going to make it there because we're staying in the atmosphere, but as long as we can get into a range where we can see our other beacon, we'll be good. So this is actually working pretty well. I'm gonna take a quick screenshot for the thumbnail, of course. All right, we're doing really good, really well on hydrogen, I've got to say. I really hope I'm not destroying a little bit of rigatoni with these thrusters. But let's do a quick look around, see how we're doing on the mountain front. It looks like we're doing pretty well. We're very far past where we were. We're out of that giant mountain. We're still in a mountain range though, and I'd like to get to at least the other side of this mountain before we have to worry about parking. So maybe we use a little bit past 50, which I know is a little bit dangerous, but I think it'll be fine. We'll start worrying once we get down to 30. We'll start freaking out. But I'd like to get past this mountain range because it looks like it opens up a little bit right past that. So let's try and get over there. Okay, let's start aiming ourselves for that right over there, that little clearing. Because we're at 39, we're gonna need to make a pit stop. Definitely, we're gonna need to recharge our batteries here, and by batteries I just mean the hydrogen. So let's look for that little clearing right over there. We're at 25. Okay, it looks like we're at least gonna make it to that little clearing. Not the far ice lake over there, but this little bit right here, we're at least gonna make it to. All right, let's start going down a little bit. We're gonna even out, and we're going to try and slow ourselves down. Yeah, we're going down pretty fast as far as the hydrogen is concerned. So we're going to take this slow. We're going to park right where we are. Hopefully it's not on too much of a slope. We have 8%. We need to get down real quick here. 6%. How are we doing? 68. 5%. 4%. Okay, I see the shadow. That's going to help us out here a little bit. 3%. 2%. 1%. Oh, okay. That was a little bit of a hard touchdown, but I think we're good with 1% hydrogen. I probably could have landed that a little bit softer, but let's see what we have here. Okay, so I don't think much of this is probably damaged. That was a bit of a hard touchdown. Okay, so there's a little bit of damage, but I don't think it's that bad. We lost our little thruster, our little turret. I guess we were right to take some stuff from it. But other than that, I think everything else looks good. All right, let's go over here and grab some ice because we need to replenish. I was thinking about using the parachutes there just to ensure a soft landing, but you know, in hindsight, that would have been probably the better way to go. But let's get some stuff. Oh, this was a mistake. Oh boy, that was a mistake. Okay, so interesting predicament we're in. We managed to tip over. We're still fine because we're still locked onto the ship, but we managed to tip ourselves over, which is kind of funny. I turned off all my thrusters though, and this thing can now start to refill. Awesome. Okay. Okay, so I'm thinking we could build 2 more of these, add them to our ship. We have some room right here. So these things luckily have those 2 connections like that, so we could stick them like that on each side. Wouldn't be a bad idea, definitely, to give us a little bit more oomph. Alright, 2 more of these things coming right up. There's 1, and here's 2. That should speed up our refuel a little bit, because it's going real slowly. 62. Alright, we're getting there. 62%. It's rising somewhat slowly, but it'll get there. We don't need to worry that much. Alright, we're at 78%. I'm gonna hop in this thing and we're gonna tilt it. So let me turn our thrusters on. There we go. And we're gonna press P and then get out from under this thing. So we can tilt ourselves back up the right way. And then we're gonna park again, so we can get back to 100%. Alright. P to park. We're now connected to the ground, and let's turn off our thrusters. Awesome. That went swimmingly, and now this thing can go the last bit. Alright, we didn't actually lose that much hydrogen for that little maneuver as well, so that's good. Alright, we're sitting with about 94%, 95% fuel. We're almost there. We'll be able to get this thing up for our second leg of the journey. And now that we have 5 of these things, the fuel should go down a little bit slower since we have ice that will be manufacturing the entire time. So we may have a little bit longer of our journey. 96. Let's get that up to a nice 100% before we start heading out. Hunchback dropship. Hope we don't cross paths, but should be fine. So the problem, I guess, is we don't really know if it's... we know it's not that way because we couldn't see the planets. So we know it's this way somewhere, but we don't know exactly which direction, which makes things a little tough. Okay, 99% there. Let's go ahead and hop up here into our helm. It says we have 100%. All right, we're going to turn on our extra thrusters as well as our downward-facing thrusters. I have them all listed on what they should what they should be doing. So I think this should be enough to get us going. All right, let's put this thing. And when we're going down, if any doubt, I think we're going to use the parachutes on this thing to slow us down. All right, P to connect there. We're going to turn on our extra thrusters here, and we should be able to start going. All right. We're having a little bit of a tough time with our gyros. But as long as we get height, it won't be that bad. Okay. Let's... yeah, we're having trouble turning this way. It's fine, though, because as long as we can turn slowly, we have a height advantage. We can go up as long as we need to. All right, let's get a little bit of speed so that we can start making some distance. We're headed toward that hunchback dropship, and it looks like toward another mountain range, which I'm not a big fan of personally. Let's get some first-person action here. Doesn't really look like much in first person, but we can see the little controls down there, which is kind of cool. All right, let's keep going this way until hopefully we see the beacon. That's what we're looking for, is the antenna that we had set up on the other base. I mean, I could try and get some speed, but that's a little bit of a risky play, I think, if we try and get too much. We'll just angle ourselves down a little bit and see if that helps us out a little bit. All right, we're well on our journey here. There's a nice ice lake right there, and the ice lake is... I mean, we could park there. That's not a bad idea. Let's see if we can park at this ice lake, because we're starting to get to our 50% mark, which is where we kind of wanna start being careful. So let's park here. We'll sort out all this damage that we have going on, and we'll refuel. All right, let's try for a bit of a softer landing here. Let's let ourselves go down a little bit, and we're gonna try and start stopping ourselves. I don't know how accurate the altitude is, especially since we're on a ship that's higher up. So let's try and keep it at like a decent slow speed going down, and we should be fine. Yeah, I see the ground coming up right there. We have no worries when it comes to fuel this time, which is nice. Okay. I feel like this is like a moon lander. There we go. Okay, we double hit, which was not great. But all right, let's disconnect. I forgot to turn off the extra thrusters there, and let's land this thing right next to our ship here. All right, and it's trying to lock onto it, but that's fine. You know, we're not gonna shoot at our own ship. We couldn't even if we wanted to. All right, let's turn off all of our thrusters, and let's start refueling with ice. It might already have a bunch of ice in it. Yeah, it's already got 5k, so it honestly, we can just sit here and let it refuel its ice. It's probably going to take, like, I don't know, 5 minutes, but... You know, part of me thinks that it's over there. Wait, no, actually, if you remember, the sun would go behind the planet, and I think the sun goes this way, so we have to be over there if the sun could go behind the planet. We'd have to be in that general direction. So I think we were headed the right way. And also the sun would go over a mountain range that was in the background. So yeah, I think it's definitely in that direction. Okay. That's looking pretty good. How are we doing on fuel? 86%. It's going really fast now that we got those extra 2 things up and running. So I'm definitely glad we had those. But the battery is has seen better days. Fully depleted 2 hours. Yeah. Hey, if things get really bad, we'll just take one of the power things from here and stick it on here. It will be fine. All right, we're at 94%, 95. Okay, let's hop on here and get ready to go. Hop on here, turn on these thrusters, and we'll get up on top right here. And we should be able to fly around like this forever without running out of fuel, just because of the speed of the stuff. But let's get ourselves situated. I think this is probably a better position, like this. Just because it means just because it means that we don't have to worry about destroying our little thrusters, our little turrets right there. All right, we only have 97%, but I think it's going to be fine. Are we ready? 99%. Let that go to 100, just so that we have it. Okay, 100%. All thrusters on. Let's get going for our second leg of the journey. And I think I might turn off the dampeners here. Let's get to a decent height, but I might turn off the dampeners once we do. Because I feel like the dampeners are actually slowing me down a little bit on the front, because we have all those thrusters on the front right there that are going to dampen if I stop pressing the forward key, which before I was not pressing the forward key. So we're going to turn off our dampeners here and use only our space bar to kind of help us. And that should lower our fuel usage quite a bit as well. We're going to angle ourselves like this. I do see that that little installation over there. I don't really want to fly toward that, but I think we're headed the right direction. All right, let's get going. Let's keep going. We want to keep ourselves at about the 500-meter range, so that we're not too low that we'd crash into something, and we're not too high that we would fall into space. Although that wouldn't be the worst thing if we did. But I do want to get back to that other base, because I think that's a good that's a good story line. I guess, I don't know. I suppose the risk here is that we end up going extremely fast, and we have to manage our angle a lot more. It's much easier for us to like slam into a mountain if we're not careful. All right, 81 fuel left, and we are just getting over this nice mountain range. We're going into the dark, which is not great because that means I won't be able to see my shadow anymore if I'm trying to land. So I might just we have something down there, and why are these things spawning? Are these did they update the mod? They must have updated a mod, unless I added defense installations to this, but I really don't think I did. Oh no, that must be the other mod, the one we were using on Pertam, that adds little bases, little destroyed bases. That's probably that. All right, this might be the mountain range here that we see the sun set over. We're getting a little bit high for my taste. I think we gotta get a little bit lower. Yeah, I think turning off dampeners was definitely the way to go, because we are now seeing way less fuel consumption. Triton refuel outpost. It's over there. Okay, dampeners come on. We're gonna turn. We're gonna attempt to make a turn, that is. Okay, it's only 49 kilometers away. If we can manage to get ourselves in the right direction, which it looks like it's not going to be that much of a problem. This ship looks cool, by the way. I've just got to say, this ship looks cool when it's all lit up like that. I think that's pretty awesome. All right, let's turn off our dampeners again and start headed this way. We're going to want to start... Yeah, let's actually do a refuel. And we'll make the last leg alone, I think. So let's slow ourselves down. Let's get to a stop. Since we're over this ice lake, you know, it wouldn't be a bad thing to do a refuel right now. Okay, we are on the ground. Let's go ahead, turn this off, disconnect, and move to the side so that we can refuel. All right, another leg of the journey successful. Park that right there. Turn off these thrusters and let's let these things refuel. How are we doing on the ice front, by the way? 6K ice for all these. We may want to go a little bit more. All right, the sun has gone down. It's becoming pitch black. I don't think I want to go on the next leg of my journey before daytime, so we're gonna camp out here in the brutal in the brutal cold until it's daytime, because this with the mod I'm using, which is Space Just Got Real, I think it becomes pitch black dark on these planets if you don't have any lights on. Pitch black. That's why we have the high power spotlight, but that's not really going to help us in this case, I don't think, because by the time we would see the silhouette of a mountain like that, it would be too late. So we're going to camp out here and wait until morning while that thing recharges. Let's go find a good place to camp out. I'm thinking probably just inside this ship would not be a bad idea. Maybe all the way back in the reactor room where it's a little warmer. So let's go in there. There we go. Close this door up, and we have a nice place to camp out. All right. Good night, everybody. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Ooh, good morning, everybody. Welcome back. It's just the break of dawn, and I think we're ready to go. We should have... Oh, I actually don't need to close that. I was trying to, but I really don't need to. We should have every... Oh, I've lost some power overnight, apparently. Let's refuel that. Actually, it probably doesn't even matter, because we're about to go sit on the throne of that ship, so let's hop out here. Dawn is a beautiful time. The sun is coming up, and it should be coming up in the direction we're headed, I hope. Otherwise, it's going to get dark as we go. This should be 100% full. Yep, 100% full. All right, let's get ready to go for our last leg of the journey. Can we go 47 kilometers? How far have we come, actually? That'll pretty much tell us how much we can go. Let's open up the Memorial Mountain of Macaroni. Okay, we haven't quite gone that far, so it might take 2 legs of the journey, but I mean, we'll try to make it. We'll see. Because we did turn around on that last one, so... Alright, let's hop up here. Turn on the important thrusters. Go into third person so we can see what we're doing. Oh, we need to disconnect our parking. And let's get over here. We have 34 minutes of power, which is, you know, not great, but I think we can make it there in time, so we probably don't need to worry. Let's get situated here. Haven't yet used any of our fuel. Let's go ahead and connect and engage our thrusters. All right, are you guys ready? Last leg of the journey. Let's go. We're going to again turn off our dampeners so that we can save a little bit of fuel, and let's get going. We're headed in this direction. We want to go probably as fast as we can, reasonably without dying. And yeah, okay, let's get there. Let's get there in one piece, though. 47 kilometers. Can we make it in one leg of the journey? We'll find out. All right. I think the sun comes up from the other side, though, so I'm a little worried that as we go, it's going to become like nighttime again. Unless the sun comes up faster than I drive, which could be. We are going pretty fast, though. We're already... Well, we've already done 5 kilometers of the journey, and we've only lost 15% of our fuel. And a lot of that was lost from going up, because it takes a lot of fuel to get to height. So I think we should still be good. As long as we stay at a reasonable height so as not to get destroyed by these mountains, we'll be fine. All right, here comes our mountain. This might be the last mountain before the other place, because if you remember, there's a huge ice lake right in front of this base. So this might be the mountain that is right before that, or maybe not. We'll find out. But we have a nice bit of speed here. We've done 10 kilometers of the 45 kilometers that we have to do, so we should be good. We're losing a little bit of height here, so let's go up a little bit. I don't know if we're losing height as much as the mountain. By the way, that rock down there, if you rewind it a little bit, or if I put it in the editing, that rock looked like a person. That was weird. Okay. We have a good bit of height now, probably just because of a valley. Yep, it looks like we are going into night. No, we actually are going toward the sun, I think. Yeah, okay, so this is fine then. We're almost at 200 meters per second, which is a great deal of speed. There's the beautiful sun rising over there. Almost at 20 kilometers out of our 40 kilometer journey. We've got a little bit of smoke going on here. I mean, maybe it's just because the Rigatoni One is warming up with all that fire on it. All right, I'm not terribly comfortable going this fast, so I'm going to slow us down just a little bit here by angling up like this. It should slowly start to bleed our speed away as we go. And it shouldn't use that much more fuel since we're not using our forward thrusters. We're just using the normal thrusters we'd be using, just at a different angle. So we'll slowly start to bleed away that speed until we're at maybe 150, since we're getting a little bit close. Ooh, let's, why are we, okay, we went over a mountain just then. I just didn't see it because of the, because of all this stuff that's in my eyes. But we'll keep bleeding away this speed a little bit. We're getting real close now. We're at 59% fuel. We're going to need to use quite a bit of fuel to land, though. Keep that in mind, to slow ourselves down. We have a mobile drilling platform there. I don't want to get too close because I think that thing has guns. It's got weapons. All right, Triton refuel outpost just on the horizon there. 10 kilometers away. We're definitely going to make it. If not a little bit low on fuel, but we should make it there without problem. We're bleeding away a little bit of our speed now, which I'm fine with, I think. Man, there's a nice bed at the Triton refuel outpost. You know, there's a nice kitchen over there. Oh man, it's paradise over there. I'll tell you that. How else would we have gotten all these merchants to fly out to this random system? No, man, I'm looking forward to a hot bath. Actually, wait, no, there are no bathrooms. I'm looking forward to building a bathroom and then a hot bath, because it was cold out there on the Macaroni Memorial Outpost, or Memorial Mountain. Okay, we're almost there. It's within spitting distance. We've got plenty of fuel. I think all of our problems are solved now. I mean, we can't get Macaroni back, and we can't get the blue ship back, and we can't get the miner back, and we can't get the drop ship back, but all of our Rigatoni problems are solved if we can just land this. I have the parachutes again, just as a backup in case we need them. Oh, we're locking on to the refuel outpost over there. Definitely don't want to shoot that thing down, because that's our home for the next episode probably. All right, there she is. It's a small refueling outpost, but it's a refueling outpost nonetheless. All right, dampener's back on. Slow ourselves down. We're gonna need to find a way to park this thing. It's gonna be a little tricky, I think, especially since I don't think we're seeing the ground properly. It's a little weird. We're just gonna need to trust our height gauge here. And not touch those hydrogen tanks, because part of the recent update is that those can now explode. So let's maybe we'll get a little bit closer, I think, and try to just come down a little bit. Yeah, we've got to. Oh, yeah. So we have a weird glitch with the something over there, but let's turn that off, let that go, and we're gonna try and park this thing right next to it. Once we hop out, I think the glitch will fix itself. But yeah, all right. Park this thing, thrusters off, and let's hop out. Oh, maybe not. What in the heck? I don't know what's going on. Let's try and use something on this base. Let's see. Yeah, so these are totally now explodable, by the way, as of the recent update. Welcome home, everybody. Welcome to the what do we call it? The Triton refueling outpost. All right. We have some power over here. We have some hydrogen. We have everything we need. Although these things I think are empty. Are we out of power on this base? Or did I turn these off? No, I turned those off because we're having trouble with getting the fuel to there. Okay, that's fine. All right, let's take the nice luxury room here, because I think we deserve it at this point. Luxury room. We have a desk we can chill at. I mean, you guys saw this a couple episodes back. And of course, we're now floating, so that's a feature, not a bug. But anyways, welcome back to our Triton refueling outpost. We made it. It was a long journey, requiring I think 4 legs to get all the way here, but we finally made it. Our ships are both intact, and next episode we can start working on them. Well, not them. This one I think has finished its job. In fact, let's even bring it to the landing pad. All right, connect that there, thrusters off, and there we go. Looks much better. I think this is a really cool looking ship, probably mostly because of these magnets. I really like that they added those and you don't have to use the landing gears anymore, if you don't want to, that is. But I think this is a really cool looking ship with a lot of thrusters, and it's just awesome. Maybe could do with a couple of blocks right here to make it look a little bit nicer on the sides, but yeah, it's cool stuff. All right, guys, that's going to be the end of this episode. I want to apologize again for any stuttering that may have occurred at the start with us building that ship, the towing ship. I don't know what was going on. I think it was just, Space Engineers is evolving, and it's getting more and more demanding on the graphical process, or on the graphical unit, the GPU. But yeah, hopefully that's all resolved. I'm looking at the recording software and it's looking like that's relatively smooth, so that's good. But yeah, if you guys like this video, please hit the like button. Put your comments and your suggestions for what you want to see next episode and the episodes after down below in the comments section. And I will see you guys in the next episode. That's such a beautiful view. In the next episode of Space Engineers Survival on Triton.